Recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. And I'd like to thank the ranking member for her leadership on this issue. We frequently hear my colleagues across the aisle say, "I am not a scientist," in response to one of the stance they may be taking on a matter which has a strong technical or scientific aspect to it. Well, I am a scientist, and that is why I am standing today in strong opposition to the Secret Science Reform Act. Even my colleagues in the House who are not scientists, when they have a question of law, they will consult a lawyer. But that doesn't seem to be the case when science is concerned. And so I think that it would be good if in this House we spent a little while listening to the scientists who are concerned with these issues. Today, a letter was introduced into the record from the American Association for the Advancement of Science, signed by 42 organizations representing scientific organizations and research universities. In the letter, they state that the research community is concerned about how some of the key terms in this bill could be interpreted or misinterpreted, especially terms such as materials, data, and reproducible. Would the Environmental Protection Agency, for example, be excluded from utilizing research that involve physical specimens or biological materials that are not easily accessible? How would the agency address research that combines both public and necessarily private data? These are all important questions which this legislation and sadly this debate has not addressed. So I stand alongside thousands of my colleagues in science in opposition to the Secret Science Reform Act and in support of what has been referred to in this debate as so-called peer review. Let our scientists set the scientific standards and not Washington politicians. Thank you, and I yield back to the ranking member.
The gentleman yields back his time. The gentleman from Arizona is recognized.
Well, thank you. I am a scientist, and I am a dentist, so I understand both science and HIPAA. Provision 2 of Section 2 of H.R. 4012 protects personal and confidential information and has a provision that makes clear such information will not be disclosed as a result of this act. My amendment would not conflict with such policy. So you're telling me that President Obama and members of the Democratic Party can yell and scream for the last couple of weeks about the need to make all information available for free at the same speed to everyone on the internet, net neutrality issue, but you all have a problem with making the science about which the APA justifies the regulations available online for peer review and reproduction? Wow. We are really the party of secret science. Can we all say Jonathan Gruber, and do videos count? This is an absurd objection from an administration that claims that they were going to be the most transparent administration in the history of this country. And I'd like to yield back to my friend, Mr. Schweikert.
Thank you, Mr.